Mission Monday family, at least once this next week, I want you to have this conversation. Ask somebody, what is something you've always been curious about? I have to give a shout out to Scott Fuller, who is a longtime super rad educator I've known for years. He was the dude that believed in Mission Monday before Mark or I even really knew what Mission Monday was. So Scott, thanks for helping me out with this one, because he posted a picture on his Twitter this last week that was of a curiosity board where students could write what they were curious about, like, why on earth are zebras black and white? And I tagged that up right away and I said, this feels like a mission to me. So again, this week, have that conversation at least once. Hey, what's something you're really curious about? And as always, be ready to hold up your end of the conversation and talk about what you were curious about. I also want to talk about that just recently, this last week, I got the opportunity to keynote at the NETA Fall EdTech Conference. And one of the things I talked about was how these missions have evolved. That initially, there were a lot of missions that were really more events. Things like holding the shoes up in the air, the high fives, or the smile zones. All those things are events. And Mark and I have transitioned to a lot of our missions becoming conversation starters. And that's intentional because those are so accessible. The events are great, and I still really believe in those, but it is so accessible and so easy to engage in those conversations when you have that prompt, when you have that idea. And also, every time you have a conversation, you have an opportunity to hit all four of those T's that I've talked about before that are fundamental ways which humans bond. So again, this week, ask somebody what's something they've always been curious about. Be ready to hold up your end. Like I said, I just did this keynote. If you need a keynote, hit Mark and I up. We want to get out there more often. I'm glad that people are having the opportunity to have conferences. We want to be there. We'd love it if you go to missionmonday.com. We love you guys.